my question is this. Are we live?
Yes.
Oh.
I
Oh,
thought
well,
I already
hey.
said. I thought I already said that.
I don't think you did while I was hearing you,
My bad.
but it's cool.
So the first thing we're
So
talking
we're
about is
this Breath of the Wild,
yeah,
this
Breath of the Wild.
masterpiece of a game. I
It
have I have go ahead. You start first with
it
your
actually got
thought.
like really good reviews. I haven't played it yet though. Have you ever played a Zelda game?
I've not. See, I'm like you're gonna hear this a lot from me. Like I've not played this series or whatever because
Okay.
um, I play a very niche set of games because I'm weird that way. But from the trailer, like I guess this will provide an interesting perspective on a lot of things, like an outsider coming new in on these games. But I thought it looked like interesting just as somebody who's never played Zelda. I know what it is, and same with like Mario and stuff
Yeah, it
and like all their games.
this one's a lot different from the other ones because it's more like Skyrim-ish in the open world. But
It did look a little bit like that. It looked like Zelda meets Skyrim.
yeah, okay, so we're going to address that there is a bird playing a violin. That's a thing. And we're actually not, the game is
Is
already,
that a violin though?
oh, not a violin, that's an accordion. Yeah. Um, but the game's already been released yet, so pretty much all they announced was some DLC. And the DLC had some hard mode thing where it just makes it like Dark Soulsy and some extra story content, stuff like that. Not really a whole lot.
Wow, I'm getting berated here.
Are you watching chat?
It's I am.
All right.
On to Kirby.
There just wasn't really a lot to talk about with that one, since the game's
Yeah.
already out. And this is just the Kirby game is pretty much just another Kirby game that's in HD.
Yeah, it's just more Kirby.
There's really nothing different about it. Uh,
Actually, I do like the violin a lot, but the bird dude was playing an
yeah,
accordion,
that
not the
was a
violin.
violin. That was just me being stupid. But if you've played a Kirby game, you've probably played this one. I mean, they didn't really show anything new to it. It's just a Kirby game.
Kirby, it's just Kirby.
Yeah,
It's always the same.
it's a
I
lot.
I don't know if I've played a Kirby game, but I used to play a lot of Super Smash Bros.
Oh yeah,
And Kirby was like one of the best characters because of like the punch move that was super fast and stuff,
my
and then
favorite move with
swallowing
Kirby
things.
was the one where you could like, I would like float up above people, and then you could turn into like the stone, and it just did so
Yeah,
much damage.
I'm gonna speak of this in Overwatch terms. My brother used to be a Kirby main.
Very cool. Which Smash Bros did you play?
The one on the Wii. Is that what you're talking about?
Brawl.
Yeah, bro.
Okay,
It's a long time ago. Again,
that was the first one that I played.
yeah, it's an awesome game. Like best game ever. Um,
And here's just
so
Kirby being Kirby.
Metroid Prime.
Yeah, Metroid Prime. I don't think you've played a Metroid game, correct?
I've not. Metroid is with Samus, right?
Yes.
Okay,
It's
so I know about Metroid, but again, it looked like another Metroid game,
yeah,
and
they didn't show any gameplay for it. That was just more like an announcement, like we're making this. Uh, the original Metroid games were kind of a side-scroller puzzle open world game, and I really like the original Metroids. Those were a lot of fun. I like classic games a lot. Um,
yeah, for sure.
but the
Wow, you have fluctuating opinions there.
yeah, my level went up a whole lot. Yours went up a little bit. You're like halfway now.
Yeah,
But I really like the original Metroid games, but then they came out with Metroid Prime for the GameCube, I think. And it's pretty much like lots of people compare it to Halo just because it's like a first-person shooter in space, but it's not really anything like Halo at all. It's open
Yeah,
world and there's lots of puzzles, and it's a lot less combat centric than you would think. It's
yeah.
more of like a
I I was researching it and I was trying to find more pictures and stuff and learn a little bit more about it, but there was like nothing really on the internet about it, and I was like, oh well.
about Metroid specifically, or just
This
like
this one in particular,
oh,
yeah,
that's because they haven't released anything about it except for
yeah,
we're making it. That's it. So no
yeah.
one knows what the gameplay's
I
like.
guess,
I'm just going to assume that it's the same as the other ones,
yeah,
but
sure.
no one really. That's just going to be a mystery for probably another few years. And then they announced that they were making a Pokemon game for the Switch. That's another thing
Oh
where they
right.
just said, "Hey, we're making this," and didn't show any gameplay for it.
I again, there's gonna be hate here for this, but I've never played a Pokemon game.
Gasp.
Uh, yeah, for sure. And I feel left out because everybody's like, "Oh, Pokemon is the best thing ever," but I've just never played it.
It's a series that I played one of. They're all kind of the same, except they just add the gameplay is pretty much the same throughout all of them. Uh,
Yeah,
it's like Final Fantasy, but not. If that makes any sense. Uh,
it does.
but
I knew that was coming.
oh, that's not the right picture. I am the Final Fantasy nerd. But I think I played Black 2 was the first one that I played, and I really liked it. And I played some of the other ones, and I was just kind of like, these are the same. And the Pokemon Go craze, where there were stampedes. That
I
was
did actually. Never mind. I never owned a Pokemon game because I got into the video game world recently, as far as that goes, like 5 or 6 years ago. Um, so I had cousins who had it on the DS, like the original DS, and I played it on that some when they were around. But
okay. So you have played one before, just not
yeah, and I know how like the gameplay works and like taming the Pokemon and uh, battling, which sounds awfully like uh, dogfights
yeah.
with
It's
mythical
pretty much
creatures.
animal abuse in a cute form.
Yeah. Okay.
Kid
Well, good
friendly
to know.
animal abuse.
I think the goal of today should be make everything sound as bad as possible.
Trigger
Like,
everybody. That's what they should do. Trigger everybody. All right. Well, there's once again not really anything to say about this because they just said we're making a Pokemon game, and that was it. And he talked about it.
I think you forgot the in front of that actually.
What?
Look at the we talked about this the other day, John. The actually.
Oh, right. The
Dude,
the triggered nerd.
the trigger. I'm gonna trigger everybody with my terrible lingo.
You're already you're already triggering people.
So Rocket League.
Yeah, Rocket League. I like Rocket. Have you ever played Rocket League? I'm gonna guess.
I think I may have like once.
Okay.
I'm not sure. I don't remember.
It's fun in small doses. Like I own it on my PlayStation and I play it occasionally. It's a really cool concept and it controls good and stuff like that.
I've
But
seen plenty of gameplay. I know all about how Rocket League works. Like my sport is soccer, so you think that I probably would know about a game where you play soccer with cars.
yeah, it it works. Like it's really polished and stuff like that.
Yeah, for sure.
It's fun, but this is just a port. of a 2-year-old game onto the Switch,
Yeah.
but they have Mario caps in this one, so that's the difference.
Yeah. And it's on the Switch, right? They put it on the Switch.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, it's not super special
It's just
other than that, I
rocket league. I
guess.
mean, it's cool that it's porting to a console, like to the Switch, because that console really needs more games and fast. Because the game library, I can't speak. The game library currently is like 20 games, I think. It's not a ton.
Yeah.
Okay.
Ooh, my respect level went up. So, what
Cool.
what position do you play in soccer there? I'm waiting for the 15 to 30-second delay or whatever.
I'm not sure how much I have to play on.
Well,
And I'm just going to assume that my mic's not quiet anymore
I turned my audio up, so it's good.
on the stream. It's fine.
Super Mario Odyssey looks like a good thing to go ahead and move on to.
Okay. Oh, I have another picture of Rocket League. I didn't notice that.
Yeah, it's not special. I just took
Cars
another one
and a
because
big ball in a stadium.
yeah.
Mario Odyssey. Uh, he has a cap with eyeballs on it, and he can possess things.
Yeah, so I do have opinions on this one. Like, for real, I have opinions because I love Mario. I've played Mario 64. I've played Mario Wii. I've played plenty of Mario games. So this looks really weird, and I don't know how I should feel, but I feel strongly that it's like them trying to make money off of something that just doesn't really look like it's gonna work.
I mean, I'm not sure I've ever met anyone that dislikes Mario. I'm pretty much it's just
Yeah,
a universal thing to like Mario because the gameplay is just almost always fun. But
yeah.
the so this reminded me a lot more of Mario Galaxy if you've ever played that one than it did Mario 64. Uh, but
I
no,
have not.
yeah, that's a really
I've
good one.
not played that.
Mario Galaxy 2 is probably my favorite Mario game. I know that's controversial because most people's is 64. But the it reminded me a lot of Mario Galaxy's gameplay, like a lot of the levels that they showed off.
Yeah.
The open world New York place reminded me of Sonic 06, and that's not a good thing. Do you know what Sonic 06 is?
I've
I'm
heard
sure you do.
I've heard rumors and whispers in the night of terrible things,
It
but
is bad, bad
yeah.
things, but the open world in this reminded me of that. Like the models looked very similar. Like the human models have no detail, like
Yeah.
whatsoever in this, and
Like Slenderman.
it was just really weird. Um,
It did look weird. I feel I don't know, it's like you took Mario and you mixed it with Shadow of Mordor where
what?
Talian's like possessing powers are Mario's hat.
How is this anything like Shadow of Mordor?
The possessing.
I don't think the possessing power is new concept really. Like there's been games like Ghost Trick, stuff like that, where you can do that before.
Okay, well, I just think the fact that Mario is possessing people is the weirdest thing ever.
It is weird.
Like
It's kind of creepy.
the
Um,
game I played most of Mario was the Wii, New Super Mario Bros. Wii,
uh,
and
I
that was just normal Mario, like
yeah, it was like
side
a
scroller.
2D Mario, except it was multiplayer. Not my favorite one, probably. It was fun when you play with your friends, but
Yeah, yeah.
yeah,
I had a brother who I always played with. So
yeah.
before we get into satanic rituals, okay, yeah. All right, moving on.
uh, But yeah, it will probably be good because it's a Mario game.
Yeah.
I mean, there's some mediocre Mario games, but I'm not sure there's really any bad ones that aren't spin-offs on the CD drive, like Mario Hotel. Have you ever seen clips from that?
I think I have, yeah.
The one where he goes, "Our toasters toast toast."
Okay then.
I'm serious. It's really cringy, and the animation is just awful. But that we just don't speak of that one. That's kind of like Sonic
Yeah.
06. It's a taboo. Um,
Okay. So, Xenoblade Chronicles.
so this game looks like an anime, like it was just anime the game.
Yeah. And I may or may not lose respect for this, but I've never played a Xenoblade Chronicles. I hardly even know what they
That
are.
is actually not that uncommon. Xenoblade Chronicles is super niche. I've played X, and that one was really fun because you could just like run around this giant open world and get giant robot things and kill aliens with them. And it had like a really good story. It's like it was a long game, like 80 hours long. I never beat the actual story, uh, but it
Yeah.
was a lot of fun. This one looks a lot more cartoony than that one. That one had like some dark-ish themes, and the graphics look a lot more realistic and stuff like that. This one looks more lighthearted, I guess.
Yeah. I wouldn't know because I've never played any of them. And that's a lot of the things with Nintendo because I played like 3 games on my Wii. Yeah, and they were like I played like GoldenEye and stuff like that, old stuff.
Oh, GoldenEye's fun.
Yeah, it was
We have
fun.
friends. The single player in that game I didn't like. The
Yeah.
shooting was just kind of weird.
So this year's E3
Yeah.
we
Now we're
have
talking about old games. Um,
with GoldenEye.
yeah.
In the next picture I have for Xenoblade Chronicles, that actually looks really really cool.
That is not from this Xenoblade Chronicles.
Is it not?
That's from the
That was
first one.
under that was titled that was titled for Xenoblade Chronicles 2.
No, that's from the first one, and the first one is
Well,
actually a good game. Um,
I knew that was going to happen while I was picking pictures from games that I knew nothing about. But there you go, guys.
I was like, wait, I've seen this somewhere before. Yeah, that's like the box art for the first one. But yeah, the first one is cool. The concept of the first one is there's like these two giant gods. They're like locked in a battle, and then they get frozen, and you like their bodies become like the land or something. It's really weird and out there, but it works. Like the story's actually pretty good, except the voice acting is kind of weird.
Yeah. All right. Well, I think that's about as much of that as I have to say. Like I don't know anything else about these. So
Yoshi, surely you know about Yoshi.
Yoshi is exactly the same for me as Kirby.
Yeah, Yoshi and
Just
Kirby were the same. Like it's just an HD version of the same formula, and the formula works. The games are fun, but there's not really anything different that I could see from the gameplay. I mean, do you have anything to add on Yoshi? It's a
um,
dinosaur
I
thing.
was gonna say about the same thing. Yes, I know Yoshi. I know Yoshi very well. Yoshi was one of the characters I played most in Super Smash Bros.
What?
Because I could swallow people
What?
and throw them off the ledge.
A person that has played like days and hours of Super Smash Bros. I'm gonna have to ridicule you for that. Yoshi's not a good character.
Yeah, I know, but I was like six. I've played hours and hours of it, but but I played all like the worst characters. I played Yoshi and I played Ganondorf. Um,
Ganondorf, I used to main Ganondorf for a while. He's like
I did
Captain
too.
Falcon, but he's slower.
Yeah, I just like the fact that other people would fight, and then I'd charge up my level, and I just slam them off the world in one hit. It's like a backhand to infinity.
Once I got good at Super Smash Bros., I didn't main Ganondorf anymore because I realized how bad he was. But
Yeah,
when I was first playing it, I played him a lot because it was like one hit KOs.
I do indeed believe it may be your own fault for thinking that I was normal in the first place there. You should never have expected that. I think,
Hey,
no,
Vincent, you're the one that asked for
Ganondorf.
this, so.
Yeah,
Who's
it's
name?
Ganondorf. I
Gandalf.
main Gandalf. We
Gandalf.
played this game, Aragorn's Quest, and my brother main Gandalf because that's all he could play.
Gandalf.
Again, old, really bad Wii games.
Calling Ganondorf Gandalf is like calling Link Zelda. That's like I've had people do that before. And it's
Yeah, we could just call him Ganondorf.
Ganondorf. That could be some fan art.
Fan art makes Gandalf with Ganondorf.
Yep.
Ay, ay, ay.
And here's a picture of some gameplay where they're pushing a little paper mache giraffe. Interesting.
So, also, I do want to mention this looks remarkably like Little Big Planet,
It
but with Yoshi.
does. Oh, I love Little Big Planet actually.
I do too. I played the second. I played all of them.
Yeah, Little Big Planet is a blast. Um,
Yeah, it's awesome.
okay, so I think that's all of Nintendo. Also,
It is.
I want to say that the conference overall was 25 minutes, so there's not really anything to discuss in that other than the stuff that we discussed. But I do want to discuss how cringy the opening of that was. Um,
Which one was that?
it was where Reggie walks out. Reggie's the CEO of Nintendo of
Yeah.
America, and he walked through the door and said, "The game is fun. The game
Oh.
is immersive."
Oh yeah.
I was like, "What am I watching?"
when
Other for the
when I started that, I was having trouble. I was.
it was really
It was
painful.
painful.
You show me the commercials.
Yeah.
Uh, I do I do wish that for they had lots of Japanese game designers on there talking. I wish that they had had subtitles instead of dubs. Like I would have
Yeah.
preferred to read instead of listen to poorly synced mouth. If that makes sense.
It does make sense.
It was just kind of annoying.
See,
It's like a
I'm
giant
conflicted
picture.
on I'm conflicted on what to prefer considering I I've watched all the animes that I've ever seen, which is two, in dub. So I don't know what I should like there.
If you're, oh yeah, you're allowed to post links. That's fine. But the um, what was I saying? Yeah, if you're a anime hardcore person, you don't watch anime dubbed. That's just a no-no. You have to watch it subbed. Only the hardcore people do it, and some people just watch it in Japanese and learn Japanese. And I don't know why that link deleted. It might have been my bot, and I don't even have my bot on. That's what I meant to do. Oh my gosh. I just realized I didn't have my bot on. Um, okay, I'm going to turn my bot on and switch to the next conference.